God, you can just take statements and define them into something that's not
what
quite
sticks
correct.
to the wall.
But
What sticks?
you do that beautifully.
Tell them what's
You
sticking.
do that beautifully.
Okay, what did I misinterpret?
Well, nothing. I like Latin music.
You do?
And it's a big part of jazz, yes. But like the salsa, the song that was playing when he and Lady Gaga were dancing, that's a salsa. I love that
salsa.
stuff. I have no idea what he said. And I'll give you the remark at my house when all this happened was, well, it was a great production, and I love the music. As long as he wasn't singing about killing somebody or, having sex with minors, I'm fine with everything.
I did think, though, that Puerto Ricans came off as really horny.
I just looked up, are bunnies native to Puerto Rico?
Yeah, he's a citizen.
They are not.
You know what?
Oh, bunnies.
Bunnies.
Oh,
Honeys.
You know what Governor Schwarzenegger said about the Puerto Ricans?
I don't.
They're all hot.
Yeah, well, they didn't hire any of those dancers over the phone.
Is
Let's
that
put
when
it that way.
former Governor Schwarzenegger looked at you and said, Jesse, he does you very well?
He's got you down, Jesse. Oh, he does it all the time, Arnold. Once in front of him. Once in my life, I thought I would die if I impersonated him. Oh, he does it all the time, Arnold. He's really funny. Does Dylan have any of Bad Bunny or no? Does he enjoy?
No, he's aware of all of his music, and a couple of songs, he knew one of them because it was by a big Puerto Rican artist back in 2008 or 9 or something. So he knew some of the songs, and he was fine with it.
If you had to attach political significance to that, one way or the other, your life has narrowed terribly. Your life has just narrowed terribly.
What about like the Energizer Bunny? Do you think they're related? Or like he bangs the drum because like you're out of juice?
The numbers, by the way, CBS reporting it's the most ever watched halftime show with 135 million
Really?
views.
Wait,
Wow.
Last
Well,
year,
and the irony of that,
CBS reported that?
CBS reported that. That's what they're reporting.
well, the irony of that would have been that those numbers are probably driven by the controversy, which shouldn't have existed in the first place.
Sure. Yeah, I don't disagree at all with you at that point. Last year's 133.5 million was the most Kendrick Lamar.
How many did The Rock get, the kid?
6.1 million views as of about 10 this morning, and it had streamed about 20 million times. The Bad Bunny one had streamed about 14 million times as of then. So 147 to 26, I guess, basically, if you're keeping a count like a scoreboard.
I'm not going to.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
Take a time out and let's come back with Johnny.
You know, if you're energized by your Bad Bunny, no, I'm just kidding. I was trying to find a way to transition to North American Banking Company, who has been investing in your success since 1998. And way back then, they had one mission, and that was to create a better banking experience for their customers where you get to know your banker and they also know you. And you know what? You get that feeling anytime that you walk into any one of their 6 Twin Cities locations, whether it's Woodbury, Hastings, Shoreview, Maple Grove, 50th in France, and also in Roseville. They're wonderful, and they offer the same updated online and mobile banking tools as all of those other big national banks. But here's the key difference. The key difference is you're going to get that unparalleled service of a community bank. But you can see it for yourself. Check them out online today. It's nabankco.com to learn more. And you know what? It doesn't matter what you're looking to do. Maybe you're looking to buy a new home. Maybe you're looking to update with a brand new home renovation project or get that new car that you've been thinking about. Their experts make everything easy. And you business owners, you're going to get those problems solved quickly and also expand your business with confidence. nabankco.com to learn more. Once again, it's banking done differently. North American Banking Company, member FDIC, is an equal housing lender.
Here's a man who spends hours in hardware stores, sifting through the nuts and bolts of life. Joe Souchere.
Welter Heating, established in 1904. That's about 122 years. You know who did the math for me is Rick Welter. Rick said, it's been 122 years and it's 4 generations. And that is exactly why they advertise on Garage Logic, because they know that you GLers in the metro area need to, of course, service your furnace, service your heating unit, service your air conditioning unit, and, of course, your indoor air quality, your air purifiers. You need to make sure that they're running and not making clunky noises. That's why Welter Heating, established in 1904, is here to help you. 612-825-6867 is the telephone number, answered by a human being during the business hours. Certified techs. Yep, 24/7 service is available. Hopefully you don't have to use it, but they're there for you if you need it. 4 generations. Rick's at the helm right now, but I'll tell you what, I've worked with Welter in the past, and the estimate, spot on. They were in, they were out in 1 day and a couple hours, as a matter of fact, and they'll do the same thing for you. Yes, I'm nobody that special, but you are when you go with Welter. WelterHeating.com. Remember, there's more winter left. Heat up your shelter with the fine folks from Ray N. Welter.
This is your favorite president, and this message is for Bad Bunny, or as I call him, the Nasty Rabbit. El Conejo Desagradable. He's a nasty rabbit and a stupid rabbit. Anytime you see a guy in a dress, that's a very stupid person. So he's a nasty guy, a horrible guy. They call him Bad Bunny. I call him the worst bunny. Think about it. And nobody knows bunnies quite like I do. I get along very well with many of the highly respected bunnies all around the world. I have a tremendous relationship with Bugs Bunny. He said to me, "What's up, Doc?" He said, "Sir, what's up, Doc, sir?" I said, "You don't have to call me Doc. You could call me Donald." But Bugs Bunny is a tremendous bunny. He does a fantastic job on the baseball field. He plays every position. You look at him, but he does a fantastic job. I get along very well with Roger Rabbit. And what happened to him was horrible, They say, "Sir, who framed Roger Rabbit, sir?" I said, "It was probably the fake news and the Democrats. They frame everybody." But he got a raw deal, and so we gave him a pardon because what happened to Roger Rabbit was horrible. It was a complete and total witch hunt, so we gave him a pardon. I got along very well with the Easter Bunny, who used to lead Crooked Joe Biden around like a lost puppy. But the Easter Bunny said to me, "Sir, you have the biggest Easter eggs the world has ever seen. They're much bigger than crying Chuck Schumer or Peso Store Obama. You look at Hakeem Jeffries. They have very small Easter eggs, but I have the biggest eggs the world has ever seen. Nobody's ever seen anything like it." I also got along well with Little Bunny Foo-Foo, and I ended the war between Little Bunny Foo-Foo and the field mice. He was bopping them on the head. I said, "You can't do that. You have to stop doing that, or we're going to hit you with tariffs." And we ended that war. You look at it, the peace president. So we get along well with a lot of bunnies, but not the nasty rabbit known as Bad Bunny. He's a horrible person and a stupid person. El Conejo Desagradable, Bad Bunny, nasty rabbit. He hates our country, and he has no talent. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Here's John Haidt.
Thanks, Joe.
Yes.
For those of you wondering, his name is Sean Farash. Is that how you pronounce his name? Mm-hmm. His Trump impersonation is
Pretty good. A little high. It's a little high pitched.
but he nails.
Wait, like Colvin, he gets inside his head.
Isn't he better than? I think he's better than Colvin.
Well, Colvin's had a long run at it. Now there's other people taking a crack at it.
People.
This news brought to you by North American Bank.
Except one. We have a guy here that does voices, but he hasn't bothered yet with that.
A lot of people like Trump.
Yeah, here's John
I
Haidt.
got one
Thanks,
line.
Joe. North American Banking Company, the sponsor of this newscast, the Minnesota Republican nominee for governor in 2022, has ended his bid for the 2026 nomination and instead is entering a new race. Scott Jensen announcing this morning he's withdrawing from the governor's race. He will launch a bid to become the next state auditor. Jensen said in a video announcing his decision, "Our state's problems cannot be fixed by simply replacing a leader. We need to declare war on waste, fraud, and abuse." The sudden switch comes less than a month after he revealed his running mate in the governor race and just a week after he finished a distant fourth in the Republican caucus gubernatorial straw poll. His exit from the gubernatorial race is 2 weeks after Chris Madel dropped out over objections to how federal immigration enforcement ops were being conducted in the Twin Cities. Campaign filings as of this morning didn't yet show Jensen as officially joining the race, but he would join a field of 7 that already includes a pair of state lawmakers and some local leaders. Current Auditor Julie Blaha announcing in the fall that she does not plan to seek re-election. Another gubernatorial candidate has left the race. A horrible story from the St. Cloud area. Jeff Johnson has dropped out of the governor's race after his daughter was killed Saturday night in St. Cloud, according to an announcement from the Republican Party of Minnesota. St. Cloud police say officers responded to a home on the 3100 block of 40th Avenue South on a report of a medical emergency around 8:20 Saturday night. At the scene, investigators found 22-year-old Hallie Marie Tobler deceased with multiple stab wounds. They also found her husband, 23-year-old Dylan Tobler, with stab wounds that are believed to be self-inflicted.
No.
As of Sunday night, Dylan Tobler was in the hospital, but he will eventually be booked into Stearns County Jail. The Republican Party of Minnesota identified Hallie Tobler as Johnson's daughter. U.S. Border Czar Tom Homan says he was sent to Minnesota by President Trump to reduce the tension in Minnesota and oversee an orderly transition of immigration enforcement to more standard enforcement. After 10 days on the job here, Homan says he's on track to end the surge based on certain conditions. He spoke yesterday with Tom Hauser on At Issue at 5 Eyewitness News. He said, I want to get it done quickly, but again, I need some help from the governor and the mayor to get the message out to the public. I'm not going to draw down if I think our officers are at further risk. He also said he pushed for the plan announced by Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem to put body cameras on all agents in Minnesota. When asked if he's seen the body cams from the Alex Preddy shooting, he would only say investigators have seen them. Based on videos of the fatal shootings of Preddy and Renee Good. He was also asked if, based on what he's seen, whether he would have pulled the trigger in those incidents. He said, I won't comment on that. Again, I want the investigation to play out. That's the way we should do it. Holman also said he toured the Whipple Federal Building where ICE detainees are being held, and he was asked if he's addressing allegations that people are sleeping on floors in crowded cells with little medical care. He said, absolutely. I walked through there yesterday. I can't compare what I saw yesterday to 2 weeks ago, but there were a lot of people being arrested back then. Now that we've targeted, there's less people, so the conditions looked fine to me yesterday. A woman has been sentenced for reportedly defrauding the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, of more than $325,000, according to the U.S. Department of Justice. 39-year-old Latasha Thomas was sentenced to 1 year in prison, followed by a year of supervised release for 1 count of mail fraud. She's also ordered to repay $325,159 in restitution to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. U.S. Attorney's Office says Latasha, along with her daughter Ambrosia Thomas and another relative, Cynthia Thomas, created temporary driver's licenses using fake names and then submitted them to Hennepin County to apply for EBT cards.
See, that never would have got past my idea. At the DMV, they would have said, this doesn't look real.
Yep.
Boom.
Put the kibosh.
Yeah.
The women said in their applications they were experiencing high-risk pregnancy and created fake doctor's notes. Many of the applications, officials said the Thomases directed the state to send the cards to Cynthia's apartment in Roseville, where she lived under a fake name. When law enforcement searched the apartment, they found several pieces of mail addressed to pseudonyms used in the scheme. The case was investigated by the FBI and the Hennepin County Fraud Unit. And as so often happens, the Minnesota State Fair, the concert announcements keep trickling out.
John, tell me
What do we
it
got,
tell me it
Johnny?
isn't so, John.
They keep them in the news, you know.
Yeah, they
keep
do.
the fair in the news. They now have announced that Americana musician Sierra Farrell will be playing the grandstand on the first Sunday of the fair on August 30th. The show is put on by NPR's The Current as their Music on a Stick concert, which
Oh, then she's a legal lefty.
she is a lefty, yeah, if you know anything about it.
Shoot.
She is a lefty, yeah. She's very good, though.
Never heard of her.
She's very good. Tickets for the show, which is part of the artist's Heavy Pedal tour. Get it? Heavy
clever.
Lost pedal spilled.
Petal, like flower.
I
pedal.
see. Yeah.
go on sale. Let's see, February 12th. That would be this Thursday at 10 in the morning. Reserved seating and main stand tickets range from $46 to $81.25. It's the fourth grandstand show announced so far. The other concerts are Bonnie Raitt, Weird Al Yankovic with the special guest and the very weird but fascinating Puddles Pity Party, and Rod Stewart with special guest Richard Marx.
What's his name? Rod Stewart is going to be at the fair?
Yeah, we had that one in the news.
Oh, I'll be danged. He's a knight,
You want me to try to book him?
Or what do you call those people in
Sir.
England? Is he a
knight.
sir?
Yeah.
That's a knight, right?
He's a knight, I
If
think.
you're a sir, isn't
No,
that
he's been knighted.
knighthood?
Yeah, knighthood.
Knighted. He's been knighted.
There you
Been
are.
knighted. Are you guys familiar with Puddles Pity Party?
No, I don't know what that
Weird Al?
means.
Puddles is he dresses as a clown. He has an amazing voice, and he'll do like, heavy metal tunes, but as
Yeah.
ballads and cries as he's doing them. It's a very weird act, but it's
Huh.
fascinating to watch.
Surprised I missed that.
Puddles the Pity Party?
He's all over the internet. Yeah.
Puddles.
Internets.
Why don't we
I'm sure there's something political we can attach to that.
Puddles the clown.
Yeah.
Puddles Pity Party?
Yeah.
Why don't we take a quick break here and contemplate Puddles Pity Party and
Sure.
hear from Mr. Reavers.
Let's do that, Johnny. But first, I want to talk to you about Hofferman Water and Connecticut. Man, oh man. Right now, Joe, February, spring is right around the corner.
It's the 9th today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's time to get on that schedule and have them come out for that free water analysis. That's your first step. I did this years ago, and I'm so happy that I did, and I know that you will be as well. But you have to get on that schedule. So call them directly, 612-895-2440, or you can also book your appointment online at HoffermanWater.com. Either way, just get on the schedule and have them come out for that free water analysis. And when they get to your home, they will give you this thing that's called a free water analysis. And then you know what's going to happen, Joe? They're going to give you this thing that's called a water score. And then based upon that water score, you have amazing water, you claim.
I do.
In the city of St. Paul.
You gotta let it run a while though after they fix it.
Sure.
Get
Because
the color out of it.
if it's brown, it goes down.
I'll say.
Or HoffermanWater.com. And when you go on that website, you can see every single different water treatment system that they have to offer, because maybe you are in the market for a brand new water softener, an iron, rust, and odor filtration system, or a brand new drinking water system. Either way, they're going to help you out. And then when you get that new system, your showers are so much better. So was your laundry. So was your drinking water. So was your cooking, your ice. Everything is better with Hofferman Water and Connecticut. 612-895-2440 or visit HoffermanWater.com. And that's because Hofferman Water has been proudly serving the state of Minnesota for over 50 years. Please do me a favor and mention that you heard about them here on the Garage Logic podcast. John?
Thanks, Chris. In national news, House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer was pressed by reporters this morning shortly after Jeffrey Epstein conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell pleaded the fifth at her closed-door congressional hearing. Comer met with reporters in a congressional corridor, a reporter asking, "We know from the Epstein files that she didn't tell the truth. She got moved to an open prison, and now she's asking for clemency to speak at all. Was it a mistake to move her to that prison, and should she be moved back?" Comer answered, "I don't know the rationale for removing her from one prison to the other, but look, initially she had asked that the Oversight Committee grant immunity, and when we met with survivors of Epstein, it was pretty clear, according to the survivors, that Maxwell was a very bad person and committed a lot of crimes." Comer continued, "It was the intent, in my opinion, when we left that meeting in a bipartisan manner that we would not grant immunity. Now, what she said today, she's asking the president for clemency. So I personally, from the reason you just stated, don't think she should be granted any type of immunity or clemency, but will obviously, as more documents are read and understood, go from there."
What time is her suicide scheduled?
Yeah, right.
Is that tomorrow night?
As soon as
or-
the camera clicks off or moves away.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Epstein survivors came together for a video that ran during the Super Bowl. The survivors directly addressed Attorney General Pam Bondi in the ad. They also asked the public to back the release of the files. The 40-second video showed various survivors saying after years of being kept apart, we're standing together. The women held pictures of Epstein victims and announced, "Because this girl deserves the truth and because she deserves the the truth. All documents linked to Epstein, including emails, images, and videos, were supposed to be released by December 19th of last year. That deadline set under the Epstein Files Transparency Act passed by Congress. The DOJ released the first batch of files December 19th, followed with 3 million more on January 30th of this year. And Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche announced the review was over. However, the DOJ had previously acknowledged there were about 6 million files in total.
None of the commercials stood out for me. I think that might be more a function of just probably not paying that much attention.
I'm surprised you did not mention the Ring camera commercial. Did you guys see that one?
I did not. If I did, I don't even remember it.
It, I thought, was one of the most troubling commercials of all time.
Why don't you help us? What was it about?
Well, basically, the family loses their pet dog.
Oh,
He
no.
wanders off. And some guy is able to not only locate where the dog is, but based upon Ring technology, was able to then relocate where the dog actually lived. And
Well, that's fantastic.
Well, but Chris, it's a program you sign into.
No S, John. My point is it's incredibly invasive, and anyone signing up for that is a moron.
If you don't sign up, it's not invasive. See, that would be
Right.
the point.
But you don't think that the Ring camera technology is spying on your every whereabouts, John?
Well, for what purpose?
To
Plus,
go with-
are you telling me that if I don't sign up, I'm not getting my dog back?
When you guys all talk about this stuff, are your heads firmly in the sand, or do you
communist.
just have your...
You're not going to sign up, you communist?
Yeah. I guess I'm never going to see my dog again.
I have a Ring camera at my front door, Chris.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with me. I mean, it's not. It can't get any information about me.
Yeah, I'm sure it doesn't.
So what you're saying, Chris, is this won't be one of your top...
a little.
Jesus.
Adjust your hat a
You,
little.
you got fine. I mean, go ahead, guys. That's
sure.
cool.
Go ahead.
I'm sure none of these devices are listening on every single aspect of your
Well, I
lives.
guarantee you, all the Amazon ones are.
Well, of course they are.
I unplugged that hockey puck thing in the house. What is that thing?
Alexa?
The dot.
Yeah, I unplugged that
That's an
because
old one if it's Alexa.
I don't trust that.
Do you know what people really like that we do on the podcast? Hey, Alexa.
Yeah, they love that. So you're saying it's not going to be one of your top 20 commercials of all time, Super Bowl?
What are your favorite Super Bowl
John,
commercials of all
continue,
time?
please.
Okay, good. Yeah. I was thinking, hang on, I got to write a note to sign up for that Ring thing.
Okay.
And you
go
get
right
your
ahead.
dog back.
Get my
so
dog.
good, too.
If Larry runs out the door, somebody
Get
will see
Larry
him
back.
on their Ring.
So, I saw your dog.
That's not how it works.
Your dog kind of took off on you, but don't worry,
Chris,
I found him.
I mean this. Chris, I mean this only in the nicest way. So you watch commercials much like you read news stories.
You guys just keep
Saw the
believing.
headline, huh?
You guys just keep on believing it. That's cool. Yeah, the machine's not working against you at all. You guys just keep on keeping on.
Rage against the machine.
How can a Ring work against you? I don't understand how that can happen.
Oh, I'm
Having
sure
had
it's-
one for
it's-
5 years, I
I'm
don't
sure
know.
it's not selling your information at all, John. I'm sure it's not.
Well, what's it going to sell?
You guys, that's cute. It's adorable.
Pat, do you have the ring?
Chris, I got about 3 more minutes if you have to go make yourself a new hat.
No, I'm good.
There is some tinfoil right in the right below my desk.
Good. Wall Street Journal reporting that immigration enforcement is causing some economic problems in Texas. At Monticello, a new housing development in that region in South Texas, half-built homes are sitting empty. On a recent day, just a few workers hovered behind temporary wrap tacked to wall frames. The scene came after federal immigration agents hit the development repeatedly, carrying out at least half a dozen raids there in recent months, according to builders. The most recent was a few weeks ago. 8 workers were arrested in a chaotic scene of laborers running away from federal vehicles that were going through the 3 street subdivision at high speed, according to the builders. The result? Homes in that area are months behind schedule. Contractors face an uphill battle to recruit more workers to finish them, and as a result, may lose money, they say, on some of the houses. Alejandro Garcia is one of several builders with homes underway in the development. He says they hear Monticello and they say, no, you can pay me whatever you want. I'm not going to work there. Situation is becoming familiar across the Rio Grande Valley, where trade groups are raising alarms about aggressive immigration enforcement, wreaking economic havoc. Construction delays threatening higher prices for builders and lower margins for builders. Some builders said they just hope to break even on delayed projects. Material suppliers are laying off employees. And one local concrete company filed for bankruptcy, citing a drop-off in sales because of the immigration raids as the reason.
All that was determined by Ring camera footage.
Yes. They're reviewing right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it. Appreciate it.
Yep, that's fine.
Got it.
You want to get replaced by carts, just keep it up.
Chris Christie was on Bill Maher's show the other night, and he says it's amazing when he talks to Republicans when they're not on the record. I think we all probably figured this already, right? On the February 6th episode of Real Time with Bill Maher, the former two-term governor of New Jersey said during the overtime segment of the show that a lot of fellow party members especially come up to me because I do say this stuff out loud, and they say, "You're so brave, that's great. I totally agree with you. Trump's nuts." But then they go out on the camera to be interviewed, and they say, "Oh, he's the greatest president since Abraham Lincoln."
Wonder why? Because they love that third rail.
Maher asked for names at that point, much to the delight of the crowd. After a generous round of applause and cheering, Christie pointed out, "Well, Bill, this segment's not long enough to give you all the names, but I'll give you one off the top of my head, Lindsey Graham." He said that Graham's been saying that ever since he ran for the presidency way back in 2016. And then he added, "But I guess if you get invited to play golf, then off you go." Southeast D.C. homeowner says a large pile of snow and ice were pushed into parking spaces outside her home, blocking her access and forcing her to leave the neighborhood for a week as she waits for the city to respond. I did see some pictures. These snowbanks were about 7-8 feet high all the way along the block.
What town was this?
Washington, D.C.
I see.
Janice Rick says she returned home Friday night to find a mound of snow and ice occupying several parking spaces directly in front of her house. Video from her Ring camera showed a bobcat driving through the alley and parking lots around 7 p.m., pushing snow into a large pile near her home.
That Ring camera knows who she voted for.
Follows her to
Rick says, "I don't have
grocery
anywhere to
store.
park. I'm afraid I'll get a ticket. I'm afraid of my car being towed." Rick said she and others in the community have spent time helping neighbors shovel snow after recent winter weather, so seeing this pile in front of her house was very frustrating. She said the blocked parking forced her to leave her home and stay elsewhere. She contacted the city's 311 service shortly after the incident, but said she has not received a response. WUSA 9 was unable to confirm who was operating the Bobcat or whether it was connected to a city agency. The D.C. Department of Public Works said it's looking into the situation. Rick said the snow and ice are too solid for her to remove on her own. She hopes the city will help her and will act quickly. She said, "It was nothing I could do because it's all now ice. Please come and remove this mountain of snow."
According
you,
to
Johnny.
Google AI, yes, Ring cameras have had significant privacy issues, with past incidents involving employees spying on customers and hackers exploiting vulnerabilities to access live feeds, leading to harassment and unauthorized recording. While Ring has implemented new security measures, users still need strong passwords and awareness of data sharing with law enforcement to prevent unauthorized access and misuse of their private footage.
So what that said, Chris, is the private video footage is being stolen by hackers, right?
Which is my entire effing point, John.
Well, what
So
in
what are
front
they
of
doing?
my house, what are they going to get from me that I care about?
They're watching
or
you
anybody.
poop, John. They're watching you poop.
It's on. It only tapes the outside. It doesn't tape the inside.
Oh,
I
really?
Yes, Rook.
Thank God.
You want to do this?
I want to hear about the golf show where we're not going to spy on your private information. That's what I want to.
I've been hitting.
We're going to be there Friday.
I've been swinging a club
Yeah.
on some cardboard.
Fun. Sounds like a really fun time.
If you want private video of that,
Right. Go. Take that, Ring.
And
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why cardboard?
Well, you think I want to tear up the rug? She might get a little angry.
Oh,
Look at my little carpet square.
you working on your chipping game? Is that what you're working on?
No.
Run over to Abbott.
Trying to figure something out.
How's the season looking so far, Joe?
Pretty rough.
Oh,
Well, no. I mean, I'm a
Yeah.
cardboard. I'm win the
guy's-
Masters on cardboard.
Right.
You know.
It's a nice piece of cardboard you got.
Then you get to the course, and it's just what happened.
Kind of goes downhill.
But you know, as we say in the golf world,
Yeah.
I think I've found something.
really?
Okay.
Yeah, I think
okay.
I've-
Now we're changing.
Finally.
Yeah.
Turning the Titanic around now.
I think we found
Go
something.
ahead, Captain.
Maybe I'll check it out at the golf show. We're there Friday. The golf show, the North American Banking Company Minnesota Golf Show, this Friday through Sunday at the Convention Center in Minneapolis. You got the long putt contest. You can win $100,000. Latest equipment, great deals on clothes, free lessons from PGA professionals. The Pebble Beach, it's Pebble Beach weekend. That'll be on the TV in the 19th Lounge.
Yep.
But here, each ticket purchased comes with access to 15 free greens feed passes. Wow. I mean, that's amazing.
That's a steal.
That's a hell of a deal. And we'll see John Randall out there, former Viking Hall of Famer. He's got a great swing. To purchase tickets, visit MN Golf Show, one word, mngolfshow.com.
82, I was 17, my old man was 55. If you do the math between the two of us, that's 72 years of life. An eternity, so it seemed to me. How could anything live that long? Now I say my folks were only 84 the year that they passed on. For a little while it seems you got time to choose your dreams. Pretty soon you look around and you see 100 years ain't what it used to be. And my grandpa Roy, when he was a boy in 19...
The Earth is not your mother. The Joe Souchere Show.
Who is the journalist priest?
Waylon. Is this fair? Well, first of all, we're learning that less than 14% of nearly 400,000 immigrants arrested by ICE in Trump's first year are the so-called worst of the worst. Less than 14%.
Wait, no. Is that good? What is your stat? We got rid of the worst of the worst.
No, you're not. This means you're not getting. Fewer than 14% of 400,000 are the rapists and murderers.
Okay.
You're not getting them.
I want those guys gone.
But there's something else in here. Is it fair that these guys are now using civilian vehicles with signs on them like, say, Ace Electric Company? Is that...
Oh, to throw off the scent of the dogs?
Yeah.
Like people, that's just
That's
Ace
not
Electric.
fair, is it?
I think if you're a federal employee, you need to identify yourself unless you're Army Ranger or something like that.
I mean, I think it's fair game. If you're illegal, you get to at least know that they're law. Is that fair that they get to hide in a minivan with, Bob's refrigeration on the side?
As they're bringing you to the van, though, for a split second, you think you're going to the warehouse.
You think you're going to
Electric Warehouse.
Yeah. I don't think that's fair.
No, I don't like that either.
I mean, if you're gonna, if we're gonna have war on the streets, make it fair.
You gotta
know who they are.
Identify yourself.
You gotta know who they are. I don't think that's fair.
No, I'm a person of fairness.
Well, it's like deer hunting. I've often thought it would be a lot fairer if the deer was armed too.
It'd be a better fight.
Yeah,
More equal fight.
Yeah. But these are illegals. Deers aren't illegal.
Bummer of a birthmark, Harry.
Yeah, it is.
Far side.
Pat.
Thanks, Johnny.
Is he coming in today?
I think so.
Hey,
Pat.
He's not here yet.
He ain't here.
How do you do?
Usually by now he's wandering in here.
Well, the lights are
completely
off.
ignoring the fact that we're on the
That
air.
we're still
Hey,
doing
are
the
you
show.
guys still on? Yes.
Only because they
Wait,
come.
don't we have a breaking news item?
Oh, Johnny, go ahead.
Yeah, Channel 5 reporting a shelter in place has been ordered at the University of St. Thomas over reports of a possibly armed individual. University sharing the lockdown shortly after 12:30, citing what they called an active threat. The alert urging students and staff to remain inside the building with both the Minneapolis and St. Paul campuses impacted. A large police presence has been reported around the campus.
Only because they come to us all the way from Kaiwaka, New Zealand, the temporary home of the traveling Lymans, who can be followed at worldwidewaftage.com. It was on this day.
Joe, today is February 9th.
Well, on this day, back in 1820, Peter M. Gideon was born near Woodstock, Ohio. A self-educated horticulturist, he developed the wealthy apple, named for his wife. She must have been independently wealthy. And other varieties hardy enough to endure the Minnesota climate. Gideon Memorial Park marks his farm on the shore of Lake Minnetonka. I'm unfamiliar with that. Oh, there's a Gideon Bay, though. on
Yes, there
Minnetonka.
is. Yes, there is.
He died in 1899. I bet you that land he was apple farming on was near was on Gideon Bay.
Gideon
I
Bay.
bet. Pretty close, I bet. Stone's throw, as I always say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On
It's
this day,
just to the west of Tonka Bay.
Yeah.
it's still a
South
a
of
park.
St. Cloud.
No, you were asking about Gideon Bay.
Yeah, I know where it's out there.
Southwest is St. Cloud.
Yeah. On this day,
Feb 9.
well, speaking of agriculture, the University of Minnesota School of Agriculture defeated Hamlin 9-3 in the world's first intercollegiate basketball game. The world's first.
Wait. Who's suiting her up for the...
I don't know.
What do we got? Lay it down, brother.
It was played on the Hamlin campus by 9-man teams who shot the ball into peach baskets that had no backboards.
Wow.
It hasn't really changed that much.
What kind of
has it?
shorts did they wear?
Yeah. On this day,
Feb 9.
in 1899, Peter Gideon died, but that's not what we're doing. One of Minnesota's coldest scientifically recorded temperatures was measured at Leech Lake, a low of 59 below.
Wow.
Sorry,
That's-
what year?
1899.
Wowzers.
That record stood as the minimum extreme until 1996.
I know where.
It was up in Embarrass.
Embarrass,
or
Minnesota.
somewhere up there.
I still have that newspaper, that Star Tribune newspaper cover.
On this day in sports disappointment history.
What did we lose to on Feb
Well, this
9?
isn't a disappointment. This was very exciting news, sports related. On this day, Feb 9 in 1966, what happened?
North
very
Stars.
big. Oh, you're right.
North
You're
Stars?
right. The NHL was granted. The NHL granted Minnesota a franchise on condition of a new arena being built. And isn't that interesting? Now that I think about it, from game one, the North Stars were in that new building. They didn't have to play into Minneapolis Auditorium.
You're right.
Around.
Yeah.
They went right to the Met Sports Center.
And they played out there, and they never. Hey, we need a new stadium. We need that.
Well, that's why they moved.
Oh yeah. Dang it.
Yeah.
Shoot.
That's it for that day in history.
Yeah.
Thank you, G. Ellers.
Do us a favor. If you haven't done so already, after you get done liking the Bad Bunny video, hit subscribe on the Garage Logic YouTube channel. That's right. Garage Logic has a YouTube channel where you can watch the show each and every single day starting right around noon. And you can also see full segments, video shorts, behind the scenes footage. It's all there for you. Just search Garage Logic on YouTube along with all of our social media channels. That includes Facebook, Instagram, and X. So, sign up for the Daily Logician also at garagelogic.com.
Shot.
Bad Bunny? Yep.
The body.
It is.
What?